back, everybody. So today we're going to try Pen Hopper IPA from MiddleCoast Brewing Company. Dry hop with Mosaic, Trident, Chinook, and Cascade hops. Midwest India Pale Ale. I wonder if... I don't Trident. Is that grown in Michigan? Midwest. I wonder if that Midwest India Pale Ale means that the hops are from around there. I don't know if we grow Mosaic around here or not. I know the Chinook and Cascade because I grow 'em. I don't know about the other two, so that'll be interesting to look on Untappd to see what they say. Best by 2/23/24, which to me is kind of a long time. I almost wish I would have picked up a 4-pack now just to save it to see if it's still as good then, since we're July 1st today. IBU 67, alcohol 6.5. Now, I did have a small tasting of this yesterday at Hoffman Street. One of the reps or one of the guys that does sales for MiddleCoast was at Hoffman Street Grocery, so I did taste this. Just a small cup of it. I had a couple other ones too, but this is one of the ones that I had not picked up and I have not seen in any other store but Hoffman Street now. So don't know how much this was. I only got a single of it, but let's go ahead and get it into a glass. I remember a little bit from yesterday, but I don't remember a lot. I'm seeing kind of, I don't know if you want to say a reoccurrence here. I want to say Gucci, but that's not the name of that beer. Whatever the other MiddleCoast beer was I had last week, it wasn't the Hopfish, it was the other one. Gimmicky? Something like that. That was a New England IPA, and it was multicolored like this. I wonder if there's some resemblance there, or some crossover. I could be completely wrong. Off-white colored had a small tan colored head, pretty much all small bubbles from that pour, a finger of head. Color, light copper. It looks like a Crystal 60 what was used in here. You guys are seeing it a little bit more red than what I am. Pretty clear, lots of bubbles coming up, but this glass is etched. You guys are seeing it a little bit darker than what I am. But, I mean, there's nothing saying it can't be this color. But that New England IPA that I did is kind of throwing me off from MiddleCoast, just because I don't think a New England IPA should be that color. But that's just my opinion. So let's get back to this beer. Let's go ahead and smell. I get some spicy notes from that Chinook, probably. The Cascade could have a little bit. If that is Michigan Cascade, Michigan Cascade, Michigan Centennial, or what I heard and what I've seen from buying a pack at a homebrew store versus growing my own. Cascade, Michigan Cascade is a little bit more spicy. So I think that spiciness is kind of ramped up almost, I almost want to say like a rye. Like if there was a little bit of rye grain in here, I could definitely see that coming out. And Chinook's going to give spiciness, and I'm going to say this is using Michigan Cascade, and that is also bringing some spice to this. A little citrus in there. I think it's overpowering that Mosaic, that berry, maybe that a little bit of fruited berry smell in the very back. But I could see Chinook taking over or being the dominant one, just my opinion. I want to say a little floral or like earthy. I don't know what that Trident is. a little bit of sweet malt in there, but not very much. That like I keep saying, that spiciness I think is top, almost like there's some rye grain in there. But let's go ahead and taste. Very smooth, easy drinking, light. I would think it drinks more like, I want to say like a 5.8. Now, would I ever be able to pick a 5.8 ABV beer out? No, but it doesn't drink like a 6.7, right? 6.5. I think it's under 6 that it drinks more like. So I guess that's good. Caramel, light toffee. Um, I'm getting that spiciness mixed in with it too. But there's like a floral earthiness that I think comes out even more, and it almost feels like it's warm, but it's not. I just got it out of the fridge, and it's been in the fridge overnight. I mean, it's not warm, but that rye, like floral, herbal, something like that is in the back. We were also, when I was talking to the repper, whoever he was. So I was his name Chris. I think it was Chris Gary, something like that. I don't remember now. Um, I told him I liked that they put the IBUs and stuff on the can, and we kind of got talking about that. And I believe he was under, or he liked it. He wished it was left off because it really doesn't matter, because you could have a stout that has a lot more. Um, and I kind of agree. Like, the perceived bitterness for everybody is going to be different. Like, for me, perceived bitterness is up there at 70. It does have a big perceived bitterness. I think the rye is also doing. I'm sorry. The spiciness is also amping that bitterness level up, but I still think they should be on there. ABV, IBUs, if it's some kind of IPA, should be on there. Everything else I could care less about. We don't complain about stouts, and usually stouts are 60, 70, 80 IBUs. Um, but if it's an IPA, New England IPA, in that family, I think it should be on there. That's just my take. This is kind of weird one. I really like rye. I like rye bourbons. I like using rye. If you go back through all my home brews, I've used a lot of rye. I like it. I like Chinook. That's why I grow it. I want that spiciness in there. Um, I I don't want that caramel. That caramel, that toffee, that maltiness that I'm getting just isn't 100% up my alley. Um, like I was saying at the very beginning, I wonder if that's how the brewer makes them, or something likes that crystal malt, like crystal malt, in a lot of them, or if they're just experimenting. I don't think Hotfish had it. I think it was just that Geechee or whatever that was. But yeah, I would go 3.75. Um, that floral, herbal earthiness in there, I don't like it. I wish it was out. And I don't want that light caramel, light toffee mixed with my IPAs. Could be just me. If you want to make a brown with that, I'm fine with it all day long. I don't think it goes with bitterness. And because the perceived bitterness is so high in this one, I don't like it in here. It is good. I would drink this. Obviously, I bought one after I had the sample of this. Um, but for me, I would just like to leave that out. So 3.75 out of 5. Let's go ahead and check Untapped. 13 of my friends have checked it in, 3.64 out of 5. Almost 5,000 people, 3.65. So, my friends and everybody are very close together. I'm just a little higher. Style guidelines: hoppy, citrus, smooth, juicy, strong. Okay, brewed with locally grown Michigan Cascade and Chinook hops. There you go. I was right. So I think those Chinook hops are going to be spicy if you get them from a home brew. Michigan Chinook, I believe, are going to be a little bit of spicier. Um, it must be something in the ground. Um, but yeah, I think they're spicier. I think it comes through almost as a rye in here, and I wish whatever crystal 40, 60, 20 they put in here, they would have left out just to see how it is, but I'm not the brewer. Let's see if anybody said anything. Hops lean towards tropical. Wow. Earthy pine. I can kind of see that. Warren Classic West Coast. It does have that bitterness. I didn't really say pine though. I don't get a lot of pine, if any. I think on the back end it's sweeter malt now that it's opened up. Um, yeah, that's just me. So I'm sticking with 3.75. If you find this definitely worth picking up and trying, I think I'm going to do a hop breakdown, so make sure you check that one out. But if you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And until next time, cheers.